Modesta. I'm the principal here at Will Rogers. Welcome to our school. We have a lot of amazing teachers here and we're so glad you're here. I have been in education for 22 years. This is my 5th year as a principal in the district, and this is my 3rd year here at Will Rogers.
Hi, I'm Jan Jackson. I'm the reading specialist here at Will Rogers. I grew up in Louisiana and spent most of my life, though, here in McAlester. I have been in education for approximately 35 years.
Hi, I'm Mary Covington, and I teach 3rd grade. I graduated from high school at Haleyville, and I have been teaching 15 years.
Hey guys, it's Ashley Edwards. I teach 3rd grade math, and I have been here in McAlester pretty much all my life, so I grew up here, and I've taught 10 years at Will Rogers in the same room, the same grade, my whole career.
My name is Donna Hackler, and I teach 4th grade math, and I grew up in Arpaylor, and I'm going into my 5th year of teaching.
Hello, I'm Kathy Holman. I teach 4th grade. I have been teaching for 21 years. I was born in Ohio and lived there up until the 4th grade, and then from there I moved to Kiowa, Oklahoma, and that's where I grew up.
Hi, my name is Linda Hutchison. I'm a 4th grade teacher here at Will Rogers. I grew up in Bates, Oklahoma, and I'm going on my 6th year of teaching.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Lewis. I grew up over by Duncan, Oklahoma, in a little town called Empire. I teach 3rd grade here at Will Rogers, and this is my 10th year here.
Hi, I'm Sierra McAfee. I teach 4th grade language arts. I grew up at Calvin, and I've been teaching for 3 years.
Hi, I'm Crystal Smith. I teach 3rd grade, and I grew up in McAlester, Oklahoma, and this will be my 13th year teaching.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Sutterfield. I teach 4th grade, and I'm from McAlester, and I am starting my 10th year of teaching.
I'm Tammy Ware, and I teach 3rd grade at Will Rogers. I grew up all over because my dad was in the Air Force. I graduated from Central Arkansas Christian High School in North Little Rock, Arkansas, and this is my 18th year teaching, 14th year here in the McAlester School District.
Hi, I'm Ginger Cornish. I'm the school counselor. I grew up in Seattle, Washington. Yay, Seahawks. And I've been teaching on and off for 16 years.
My name is Charlotte Homer. I teach physical education. I grew up in Baptiste, Oklahoma. Yes, I said Baptiste, Oklahoma. I am starting my 31st year of teaching.
My name is Lisa Lawson, and I grew up in McAlester. I went to McAlester High School. I teach music at Will Rogers Elementary School, and I've been teaching for 31 years.
Hi, I'm Delilah Rodriguez. I teach STEAM at Will Rogers. I grew up in McAlester and graduated from McAlester High School, and this will be my 5th year teaching in McAlester.
As a child, I tried to be the perfect student. I always listened, did exactly what I was told because I wanted to please everybody. As I got a little bit older, things changed. In high school, I was probably a lot more talkative.
What I was like as a child was, I was a good child. I was sweet and kind. I wanted to please my parents. I wanted to please my teachers. But my siblings will also tell you that I was quite bossy.
As a child, I was very active, loved to play outside all the time, and I was probably a little on the ornery side as well as some of my co-workers. I also used to talk a lot in school.
So as a kid, at home I was really playful, lots of singing, dancing, I know you wouldn't believe it. And then at school I was really shy and a big perfectionist. One time I even erased my homework so much it ripped, and I was so sad.
As a child, I was spoiled at home. I was the baby of the family, but at school I was very quiet and shy, and always wanted to please my teachers.
As a child, I hate to admit it, but I was very talkative. I encountered the nickname Chatty Cathy in school, and so I was somewhat a social butterfly.
As a child, I was ornery. I was definitely spoiled, and I didn't really do my best in school, although I look back and wish that I had.
As a little girl, I was outside playing all the time. I liked riding horses and playing in the pasture and getting into trouble with my brother. At school, I was really good most of the time, except I got in trouble for talking too much.
I was quiet, competitive, and silly.
As a child, I was an only child, so at home I was kind of mischievous, but I always did the right thing and was kind of the teacher's pet at school.
My mom always said I was a great child growing up, and I also helped to raise my sister and helped her to do the right thing and mind my mom and helped her do what she was supposed to do also.
As a child, I was a little quiet. My dad was in the Air Force, so I moved around a lot, but I was just kind of a quiet child.
I was a little mischievous and inquisitive, but I always did the right thing in school.
As a child, I was maybe just a little bit mischievous and a little bit ornery, but I was a good student because I did graduate as salutatorian.
As a child, I was a good student, and I always kept busy taking classes like band, orchestra, and piano lessons.
As a child, I was always the teacher's pet. I loved school, loved playing school with my sister, and always wanted to get straight A's and be on the honor roll.
I have always wanted to be a teacher. As a child, I played school with my friends. I always wanted to be the teacher and they had to be the students. So I think as an educator, I've always wanted to be an educator. I knew that was what I was going to do.
I became a teacher primarily because of my mother's influence, but I loved my first grade teacher, Mrs. Arrington. I was a talker and kind of bossy in class, so she may not have loved me as much as I loved her.
I became a teacher because I always loved to play school as a child and be the teacher, so therefore I thought that that's what I wanted to become when I grew up.
I became a teacher. It wasn't originally what I was going to do. I was going to school for business, and I got a part-time job at Washington Early Childhood. Carla Brock was my boss, and I just saw how she interacted with the kids and how much fun it was to actually get to do this job. And I was like, wait, I got to do this, and that's why I became a teacher.
I became a teacher because I have a special needs son and I volunteered at his school and became involved and decided I wanted to be a teacher.
I became a teacher to hopefully positively influence a child's life, and my goal is to pour into them as much as what they pour into me. I often refer to my students as medicine for the soul, and I hope to also be a healing for their soul as well.
I became a teacher because I love working with kids. That's all I've done my entire career. I've worked in daycares, I've worked in preschools, I've worked in Head Start. It's always been my dream to be able to help others, to be able to help them to reach their full potential.
I became a teacher because I grew up with a mother who was a school custodian and a bus driver, and she also worked in the school cafeteria. So I was at the school all the time, and I loved going to school, and I loved being there even when it wasn't school hours. So I thought it was the perfect job.
I became a teacher because I wanted to help students realize their unique gifts and talents and know that they have a special place in the world.
I became a teacher because throughout my school I had many influential teachers, and I still look up to them, the ones that I see around town these days, and I just want to be able to do that with my students.
I always wanted to become a teacher. I used to play school whenever I was a little kid, and I always had great teachers whenever I was growing up, so that's why I wanted to become a teacher.
Okay, I'm not 100% sure why I originally became a teacher, but I really feel like God was leading me where He wanted me to be, and I believe it was in the classroom.
The reason I became a teacher was I had a lot of good, influential teachers in my life, and they made a big difference, and I wanted to make a difference in a child's life too.
I became a teacher because my mom was a teacher, and I don't ever remember not wanting to be a teacher.
The reason I became a music teacher is because I enjoy music, singing, performing music. I enjoy children, and I'm a lifelong learner.
I became a teacher because growing up I had so many teachers who changed my life and had a good impact on me that I wanted to pass that on to the students of the future.